There's a moment in every discovery where the universe stops feeling empty and starts feeling alive. For the astronomers watching 3IATLAS, that moment came without warning. No flash, no explosion, just a whisper, a tiny flicker of light on a screen. So small it almost didn't matter, but it did, because that flicker was the first sign that something was wrong. For weeks, scientists around the world had been waiting for a clean read. 31ATLAS was approaching perihelion, its closest pass to the sun. And this was supposed to be an ordinary observation, a simple measurement, a routine curve, nothing special. But when the first light curve arrived, it didn't look clean at all. It looked twisted, uneven, like something inside the data was moving. One researcher described it best. It looked like a heartbeat trapped inside a storm. At first, everyone tried to ignore it. Maybe it was sunlight interference. Maybe the telescope shook. Maybe the software had a bad night. There are 1,000 things that can go wrong before a comet even speaks. But then, the flicker happened again. Same shape, same rhythm, same strange rise and fall. And suddenly, silence filled the room. Imagine sitting in a dark control center at 2 a.m., surrounded by glowing monitors and tired faces. When a comet, a simple rock from deep space, starts behaving like it's breathing, that's how it felt, because the brightness didn't spike randomly. It didn't stutter. It pulsed, slow, steady, almost patient. And that's when the worry began. Astronomers don't scare easily, but they know when something doesn't belong. Nature is messy, chaotic, wild, but this was too clean. Too exact, too alive. The first team to study the curve was in Hawaii. When they ran the data through their filters, they expected noise to smooth out, to disappear, to behave like noise always behaves. But instead, the pulse sharpened. The dip and rise became even more precise, as if the comet wanted to be found, as if it was saying, "Try again, look closer." Within hours, the data was bouncing from observatory to observatory. Spain, South Africa, Chile, Italy, all of them saw the same thing, a heartbeat hiding in the dark, and no one had an explanation. By the second night, the mood changed. People spoke softer. Chairs didn't scrape the floor. Coffee went cold on desks because no one remembered to drink it. Everyone was staring at the same strange curve, a smooth rise, a sharp fall, a pause. Then the same shape again, perfect, unchanging, waiting. One astronomer whispered, "This isn't how comets behave." Another said, "If you told me this was artificial, I wouldn't argue." But no one wanted to say the word. Not yet. What makes the moment eerie is that 3I Atlas wasn't even close enough for its surface to start cracking, or its ice to start boiling. It shouldn't be active at all, and yet it was speaking, not in sound, not in radio, but in the only language a comet has: light. A single flicker that kept repeating over and over, like a metronome drifting through space, every 6 minutes and 12 seconds. The same pulse appeared, never brighter, never softer, just there, steady, calm, persistent, like a knock at a door no one realized existed. On the third night, everything changed. A student in Italy, exhausted, running on too much caffeine and too little sleep, decided to slow the pulse down. Nothing fancy, just a standard stretch to analyze timing drift. But what came out of her speakers made her freeze in place. The pulse didn't just slow, it split. A second beat appeared beneath the first, quieter, deeper, almost like an echo, not noise, not static, a pattern, layers of light stacked like chords in a song. She called her supervisor. He called the lab. Within minutes, a whole team was listening to it. This strange double heartbeat coming from an object millions of kilometers away. Some people laughed nervously. Some stared with wide eyes. One person stepped back from the speakers like the sound had touched them because it didn't sound human. It didn't sound mechanical. It sounded ancient, like something that had spent a long, long time asleep and was only now waking up by dawn. The world of astronomy felt different. People weren't joking anymore. The hallways didn't echo with friendly chatter. The screens all showed the same repeating pattern, a silent warning no one knew how to read. Every theory fell apart. Sunlight, impossible. Dust, nonsense. Rotation, the timing was too perfect. Cracking, ice, too stable. Nothing natural stays that exact. Nothing natural pulses on a schedule. Nothing natural sounds like a hidden voice inside another voice. Something about the comet felt aware, like it wasn't drifting through space, like it was navigating it, watching it, or maybe watching us. One engineer finally said the words out loud. Is this thing doing this on purpose? And the room went silent, because deep down, everyone already knew the answer. As 3IATLAS drifted closer to the sun, the pulse kept beating, slow, steady, patient, like a distant heartbeat, echoing across the solar wind. And a quiet fear began to spread from one observatory to another. A fear no one wanted to admit. Maybe we aren't the ones studying it. Maybe it's studying us. And if that's true, one question hangs in the air like cold smoke. What happens when the pulse changes? Because someday it will. And when it does, the universe might finally speak. But whether it whispers or screams, no one knows. Not yet. Not until the next